Welcome to today's version of Martini Chats
with Jordan and Gates. Thanks for joining us today. Today we want to talk about two very important things that we've started to see ramp up in our marketplace, and that has to do with insurability as well as inspections. So one of the things that we have started to see, because the market is in a very sensitive place, meaning that a lot of these storms are hitting hard, a lot of the carriers have really started to come out and do inspections like they have never done before, not only on new business and new homes, but if you've been with a carrier for 10 plus years, it doesn't mean that they won't come and do an inspection on your house. So what we're starting to see them take really hard looks at are roofs and conditions of roofs, gutters, are they clean, tree overhanging branches over your roof. Really what these insurance companies are looking for is to make sure that these houses are protected and well maintained and minimized from a risk standpoint, because they want to make sure that you're being a smart homeowner so that it minimizes future losses. It's really important. We know it's frustrating. We know it's really annoying when these carriers come out and say, we need you to do this, this, and this, but we're seeing it across all carriers, and we're seeing the carriers really stick their foot down and say, you have to do this or else we are no longer going to offer you insurance. So Gates is going to talk a little bit about insurability and why that matters, but
from an insurability standpoint, to break that down, that is how easy it is or how hard it is for you to find insurance. So we're having a lot of conversations with clients about how to keep you insurable. We've talked about in other videos, we've talked about claims in the past, but one of the best ways you can do that, again, is to reduce filing the number of claims. I had a great conversation with someone yesterday. They've got 2 teenagers driving. I know that they've filed 2 auto claims in the past couple of years, and I know they've self-insured at least 2 auto claims in the past couple of years. And this person called me because they had a minor, which they're not usually minor, but a minor water leak that they were talking about fixing. They're like, I really don't want to file a claim. I really don't want to file a claim. And I was like, that's really smart, because the carriers are now looking at your account and everyone's accounts from a holistic perspective. So they're not just looking at one line of business and saying, you've got 2 auto claims. They're saying you also have a home claim, and if anything else comes up, you want to save filing those claims for the bigger ones where you really have to file them. Yep. So it's just trying to protect that overall insurability, because the market is so tight. The options that we used to have, like, if you got non-renewed a couple of years ago, we could go to 6 other companies. But number one, they've consolidated, so there are even fewer than there were. And then the eligibility is so tight with things like roof ages, like we've talked about, that we just don't have the same options that we used to. And that's not a Ross and Yerger thing. That's an industry thing. I listened to a podcast this morning from the New York Times talking about that. So it's happening across the country, all markets, all agents.
It's not just Mississippi. We saw it hit first in some key Florida, states, Florida, Louisiana, California.
But it's becoming
the norm,
prevalent, and it's a problem for homeowners. And it's one of those things that we're just here to try to help you through it and try to give you the best advice that we can up front so that you stay insurable.
Yep. And please don't shoot the messengers. We're equally feeling this with our own homes and our own portfolios. So we're just trying to translate the why and why it matters. We know it hurts, and we know the premiums are not where we want them to be, but just please be patient, and we will ride the storm together.
Yep, that's all we can do.
Yep. So cheers. Until next time, hopefully we have some better news.
Yes.